Welcome back to Sports Vibe. Seymore in the house. You can hit me on YouTube at SportsVibe 1429 at SportsVibe 1429 and at Seymore Barry at yahoo.com. Coming with Side on the Fly on my picks for week 3, the NFL Sunday slate. We're going to start with the 1 p.m. games. Starting with the Raiders at Washington. Both teams 1-1. The line is -2. Washington given. I'm going to go with Washington winning that game outright. Then we got the Rams and Philly matchup of last year's NFC Championship game. The line is -3.5. The Rams could have won that game last year. The over-under is 44. I take that over, and I take the Rams at least covering in that game. They might win it in Philly. Texas Jaguars. Texas starting slow this year. Really surprising to me. I thought that C.J. Stroud would come out and have a big year. Thus far, hasn't gone that way, although the defense has played well. So I'm pretty much thinking like this. Jaguars 1-1, Texans 0-2. Line is -1.5. Jaguars are given. I'm going to take the Texans to win this game. And I'm also going to take the over at 43.5. Indianapolis Titans. Divisional game. Talked about this last week. These divisional games is unlike anything else. So even with Cam Ward playing in his 3rd NFL game, he's not looked bad at all. And to be totally honest with you, Indianapolis has been a surprise. And given 5.5, I'm going to take the Titans to cover in the game. Indy might win, but the Titans will cover. So I would take the Titans in that game. Steelers, Patriots. Both teams 1-1. Over-under is 44.5. I don't see it getting that high. I take the under in that game. I also think that the Patriots giving 1.5 to the Steelers, that's a field goal game. So you got to take the Steelers in that game to at least cover the 1.5. I would. So even though it's on the road, I take the Steelers to cover. Patriots probably to win, but the Steelers to cover and win. Okay? Bengals, Vikings, both starting quarterbacks out. Joe Burrow, just had the surgery this week. J.J. McCarthy hurt that ankle, so he's out. 2 backup quarterbacks. Vikings giving it 2.5. The over-under is 41.5. As long as you have Jamar Chase on the field and T. Higgins, you got a chance to score 20 points. The Vikings are going to score 20 points. So right there, that tells me I take the over of the 41.5. I'm going to take the Vikings. They have a better defense. I think Brian Flores will dial some stuff up to the Browning, the quarterback, who's going to be replacing Joe Burrow. And even though he's played well in his absence, Brian Flores is going to dial some things up, I think, that are going to get him off rattled, make some mistakes. The Vikings will come away with a win and cover that 2.5. Falcons, I tell you, every time they play the Carolina Panthers, it's a close game. I don't know why. Since I've been down here in Atlanta, every time they play, it's a close game. So Atlanta giving 4.5, probably win the game. Should be a blowout, to be totally honest with you. But for some reason, as long as Bryce Young doesn't make mistakes, I think they'll cover that 4.5. I think they'll cover it. I think I take the 44.5 over, and I'm going to take Carolina to cover, Atlanta to win, Carolina to cover. So you win on that bet. New York Jets, Tampa Bay. First of all, Jets screw me every time. Every time I want to give them a chance, they screw me. They're getting 6.5. On the road, Baker's playing great. That receiving core for Tampa's playing great. That defense for Todd Bowles is playing great. I just see, I don't know why I'm going to do it. I hate it. But I'm going to go with the Jets to cover the 6.5 on the road. The 42.5, if they run the ball, this is what I'm thinking. If they run the ball like they're supposed to, Jets have a good chance to win. Tyrod Taylor replacing the injured Justin Fields. That might be the difference, though. That might be the difference. I think the Jets should cover. But then again, they always let me down. The one time I'm going to take Tampa Bay. If I take Tampa Bay here, it's really upset me here. But if I take Tampa Bay and the Jets cover, I'm going to be pissed. But the Jets always let me down. They always let me down. So at this point right now, they 0-2. If they go 0-3, they don't have no chance to make the playoffs. So I'm taking Tampa Bay. I don't care. I'm going to take Tampa Bay, giving the 6. Watch the Jets win. If they do, I'm not going to be mad at myself because I talked about it with you guys here on SportsVibe. Now, Green Bay and Cleveland. Cleveland getting 7.5. At home, over under 41.5. Quarterback play has been okay. Defense has been pretty damn good. But Green Bay is just a better team. But do they beat them by 7.5? Does Myles Garrett have a big game in this game? 2-0 against 0-2 on the road. You got to take Cleveland to cover. You have to. You got to take them to cover. Even though Green Bay is better. Green Bay run the ball down their throat. And if Cleveland don't come up with no offense, you can't go against Green Bay. No. You just can't. I take the Pack to cover. I'm just going to do that. 4 o'clock slate. Denver, Chargers 2-0. Denver 1-1. Lost a tough one last week with the penalty on the field goal that was missed. And then the kid comes back, Schrader, and kicks the field goal that wins it. This is a high-scoring game. I take the over 45.5. I give the 2.5 to Denver to cover. Chargers win. Denver cover. Another field goal game. Arizona and my 49ers, as you can see. 49ers without Brock again. Maybe plays. Questionable. 44.5. Too high score. I take the under in that. I take the under. And with us giving 1.5, I pretty much think we'll win that game. We'll win that. 49ers in that game. Dallas, Chicago. Until Chicago wins, I'm not taking them. So I'm taking Dallas, giving the 1.5. Until they win, I'm not taking Chicago. That's why I took Tampa Bay. Same thing with them with the Jets. New Orleans, Seattle. I'm taking Seattle in that game. I don't think New Orleans will cover. So the over is 41.5. I take Seattle in that game big time. Sunday Night Football, Kansas City 0-2. First time in a long, long time. And New York Giants. Giants have played well. They're going to cover the 6.5. The Giants will cover the 6.5. Will they win? I don't know. The over-under is 44.5. That means that both teams will have to score 24 to make it 48. Giants defense pretty good. They put that pressure on Mahomes. I'm going to take the Giants to cover 6.5. Giants, as long as the Giants cover, like Kansas City can win, but as long as the Giants cover, I'm good. And I'm going to take the under. Even though I should take the over, I'm going to take the under the 44.5. Monday Night Football. This is a classic matchup. This could be a Super Bowl matchup. Detroit and Baltimore, both 1-1. Baltimore stomping all over their opponent last week. They just stomped them. So, but Detroit stomped theirs too. So 52, 44, whatever it was last week, that both teams scored 52 and almost scored 48. I just 42. I just think that the over is in play. 53.5. Baltimore giving 4.5. This is gonna be nip and tuck. Matter of fact, be honest with you, I'm just taking Detroit to cover. Baltimore might win, but it's gonna be a field goal. This game here is gonna be nip and tuck throughout. So let me give you my picks again. We're gonna start with Monday Night Football. I'm taking Detroit to cover the 4.5 and the over for 53.5. New York Giants to cover the 6.5. Kansas City probably wins, but the 44.5 I think is going to be the under. Seattle to cover the 7.5 and also the 41.5 over. Dallas to cover the half, 1.5, giving the 1.5 and covering the 49.5. Arizona, San Francisco covering the 44.5 and giving the 1.5. Chargers over Denver. I got Denver covering the 2.5 and also getting the over 45.5. Then we got the 1 o'clock slate. That was the night slate for tomorrow. Got Green Bay, or today really. Green Bay, Cleveland. Got Green Bay covering that 7.5, 41.5 over. Tampa Bay covering this 6.5 over the Jets. Even though I know the Jets going to mess me up, I'm going to take it. And the 42.5 over. Atlanta and Carolina. Carolina always gives Atlanta a problem. I don't know why. I think they'll cover the 4.5 that they're getting. I think it'll be an under 44.5. Then the Bengals and the Vikings, two backup quarterbacks. I think the Vikings will cover this, given the 2.5 and the 41.5. Patriots, Steelers. I think the Steelers will cover the -1.5, and I think it'll be the under of 44.5. Indy, Titans, rivalry game. Both teams playing well. Indy playing well, but Tennessee's been very impressive in 2 losses. I think Tennessee will cover the 5.5, and probably the under at 43.5. The Houston Texans will get their first win of the season, getting 1.5, covering the 43.5 over. Rams, Philly, matchup of the day as far as I'm concerned. I think the Rams will cover the 3.5 and probably might win this game, and the over 44.5 over Philly. And then the first game of the day, Raiders, Washington. Both teams 1-1. I got Washington giving 2.5 and covering that, and the 43.5 over. Okay, Sports Vibe, Seymore. Thanks for joining me. Hit me up on YouTube. You'll see my post for tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock to see the show, or today 11 o'clock to see the show at SportsVibe 1429. That's at SportsVibe 1429. I'm sorry, guys. At SportsVibe 1429, and Seymore Barry at yahoo.com. Sign the fly picks for week 3 NFL Sunday football, guys. Have a great day. Enjoy your picks. Hit me up. Much love for you. Peace.